Welcome everyone to the final matchup before the knockout round. Things are starting to get a little chippy. Everyone jostling for that NBA Cup. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a look now at the Utah Jazz's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
And that game against Brooklyn, they're going to have to play flawless in that one. An opponent like that will punish mistakes, but I wouldn't be shocked if they were able to win.
The starters for Utah, Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. George and Sexton in the backcourt. And it's Kessler in at the center position. And for Oklahoma City, in at forward, it's Dort and Williams. Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Hartenstein in at the center position. And in terms of the NBA Cup tournament, one team is out. The other is alive, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., so while this game counts the same in the regular season standings, one squad has that extra motivation, a chance to advance in the Cup and get into that single elimination 8-team bracket. And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Keontae George. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle. He can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Now here's George. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Kessler. Outside Sexton. George for 3. Drills it from deep. George has gotten his second bucket on the night.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Hartenstein passes to Williams. Elbow shot on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now here's Collins. Last game for him, he picked up 13. 4 on the clock. For 3, George. Dort grabs the miss. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And it's Utah with the ball, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot falls short that time.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Williams.
Ooh, that's the athleticism you talked about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The 12th overall pick in 2022, Jalen Williams. What a find by Thunder Doors.
This is so exciting for this organization because even though J-Dub went to a mid-major school, wasn't a big high school recruit, he ended up being second in Rookie of the Year voting. He's getting better and better. He has got an unbelievable future.
Sexton looking around. Back to Collins. 6 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. uses the glass on the layup.
That, folks, is about the speed of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets in there before the defense can react.
Outside Sexton. Markkanen left side. They set a pick. And he drops that one in.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over George. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Markkanen, the pass to Collins. Pass to Markkanen. Collins a screen from behind the arc. And Lauri Markkanen with the three. Markkanen's got 5.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that three-point shooting ability.
It's Dort on the wing. Here's Williams. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. He's averaging 35.5 a game. Excellent production.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Now here's George. That one goes. Count it. 9 points in the game.
And just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Here are the best on the boards, the league's best rebounding teams. The 4th spot held by Oklahoma City.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
Outside Sexton. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And the Thunder making a change here. Williams is checked in. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 2. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Markkanen outside. To the paint. Clock is at 3. Here's Kessler. And that one no good to start off the night.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform?
I'm not going greatest player, BA. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
Here's George, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. And he lobs it up, and stolen by Williams. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And this night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Here's Sexton. Utah with another miss. Thunder leading by 4. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Daigneault and I were able to chat, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said, we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And so, Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. So for Oklahoma City, Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams, and Isaiah Joe subbed in for Dort. A big group substitution here for Utah. Eubanks, he's checked in for Kessler. Filipowski comes in for John Collins. Sensible is checked in for Larry Markkinen. And it's Mills in for George. Here's Filipowski to end the run. And he lays it up and in.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Mills against Gilgeous-Alexander. A deep three. Sexton grabs the board.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8. Wiggins for 3. The shot no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Filipowski. That one's good. This game is all even.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Wiggins with a screen on Mills. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. It's stolen away. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Markkinen's checked in for Utah. Juzang comes in for Sexton. Utah has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Mills against Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins with a steal. And here's the fast break. And he lays it in on the break. And the Thunder lead by 2.
You know, could have gone to the rack for the throwdown, but opts for the soft, smooth finger roll. I love it.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Markkinen. Clock at 6. The 3-ball. Can't hit that one. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City, impacting the game in a number of ways. The man is relentless. More 2K action in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They are just feasting on fast break chances.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. Topic out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Basket counts. Williams has got 10.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Mills, the pass to Eubanks. Pass to Sensible. Some solid defense from Williams.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Here's Juzang. 3-pointer. And the 3-pointer goes. Juzang's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Topic for 3. Counted from distance. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Cash, Mills with the bucket.
Well, the defense accustomed to Patty taking threes. That time he gets to the in-between game.
Pass to Williams. Here's Topic. He's guarded by Mills. Topic, no good. Utah's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Here's Markkinen. Here's Sensible. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Utah.
Yeah, Markkanen's vision on display there. Very good awareness.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A line change here for Oklahoma City. And over these last 10 games, these are the players at the point guard position that have been the most effective from the foul line. The fourth spot held by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is just one of the things you want out of your point guard. Reliability at the charity stripe.
You know, but even so, don't take for granted what this group has done at the free throw line. They deserve a ton of credit for the work they've put in to achieve that level of consistency and excellence.
Mills against Gilgeous-Alexander. Mills, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Here's Hartenstein. The rebound by the Jazz. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Oklahoma City squad. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
So it's Oklahoma City now, following the bucket by Utah. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul of the game for the Jazz. Kessler comes in for Eubanks. And it's Keontae George in for Juzang. Joe misses. Utah leading. Here's Mills, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Chalk up 2 there. Markkanen's got 9.
Boy, he's got so much length that under duress, still able to finish. Go ahead, Lauri Markkanen.
Hartenstein in the post. He's covered by Kessler. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams from long range. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. The Jazz have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Now here's George, covered by Joe. Kessler, a screen on Wiggins. To the inside. And finished off by Kessler.
You can tell how much confidence Walker Kessler has as the roll man, ready to catch and score.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Free throw line jumper, and there's another one for the Thunder.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Kessler, and rejected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. So for Oklahoma City, Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Lou Dort comes in for Wiggins, and it's Wallace in for Joe. Collins, he's checked in for Utah. Colin Sexton comes in for Mills. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here's Sexton. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. Markkanen misses. Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's Dort. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Colin Sexton.
What you love about Lou Dort is this guy seizes an opportunity early in his career. He is always searching for ways to improve, and we know what a force he can be on the defensive end.
It's both from the stripe, and Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Now here's Collins, still without a bucket. Deflected, and he recovers it. George for 3, count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Well, rise and fire, Keontae George in the catch and shoot.
And Williams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Here's Sexton, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. George passes to Kessler for three. Sexton, another three for Utah.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace left side. Dort outside. From deep. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Collins. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Pass to Sexton. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City has got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. Now Wallace. Hartenstein a screen. Oh, Kessler with the block.
Such a disruptive defender, Kessler, one of the best shot blockers this league has to offer.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 7 of 12 shots to go here in the second. Hartenstein passes to Wallace. Now here's Williams. Shoots a fadeaway. They grab their own miss. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Joe comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Mills, he's checked in for Utah. For three, Collins. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Stolen by Mills. A minute 20 left to play in the second quarter. Collins inside, working on Williams. Parked it down low that time, got hit with the 3-second call. And now let's take a look and see which power forwards and centers have been putting up the most points over the past 10 games. Third is Jalen Williams.
This group of big men go into every game with the mindset that no defense can guard them. And you know what? They're usually right.
You know, and even with entire defenses schemed around stopping them, their scoring output always remains high. These fellas are anchors in the post for each of their teams.
Now here's Sexton, coming off a 22-point game against the Lakers.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Dort, the pass to Joe. Three-pointer, no good. Jazz trail by 5. Mills with it. Joe covering. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the half. Mills, the pass to George. Outside Sexton. 5 to shoot. Collins a screen. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Williams with it. Beyond the arc. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Back to the game after this break.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
We know the draft's an inexact science, even with all that prep that goes into it. So congrats to the teams that chose these 5 rookies.
Yeah, we've seen scouting make or break a franchise. Hey, it makes or breaks a studio team. And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Thunder.
Seems like they can't miss, just rolling offensively, getting whatever they want.
You haven't heard this in a while, fellas. SLN, Shaq-like numbers. When you're doing that, it means dominance.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. And it's George in at the 1. Pure from three-point range. Dort's got 10.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from 3. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
Outside Sexton. Markkanen finds Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Back to Markkanen. The 3. Offensive rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Right side, Williams. And stolen by Sexton. And they're on the break. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Sexton misses. Oklahoma City has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
With the end one.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Defensive foul. Keontae Jordan. That's his second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 1. Shane Gilgeous-Alexander.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Second team foul.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Outside Sexton. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Collins a screen. Lets it go from 14. Sexton, that's good. Sexton's got 7.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Colin Sexton, and he gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. Now Now here's Wallace. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Jazz trail by 14. George outside. Knocks it loose. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3. He's got 18.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. 17-point game. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Pass to Kessler. 6 to shoot. Back to Markkanen. Takes the 3. That's what he does. Lauri Markkanen.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. They get the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. And it's blocked by Kessler. Out of bounds. It'll be Jazz ball. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
And a moment to check and see who is in the lead when it comes to blocks. Well, you look at Kessler, top 5 in block shots. He challenges everything.
He always makes an impact with his shot blocking. He's a constant presence around the rim.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's SGA, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, they get a hand on it.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Here's Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got 17 points.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Collins outside. Pass to Markkanen. Kessler with it. Collins outside. Markkanen for 3. He got a piece of it.
But Lu Dort has more than earned his reputation as a defensive stopper. Twice on the pipes. Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 20 points for him. Wallace, the pass to Dort. Over Markkanen. Pass to Wallace. Now here's George. 12 points for him. They get it again.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Dort finds Williams. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
And he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Markkanen outside. Williams with it. Picked up by Markkanen. Here's Wallace. Here's Hartenstein. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time. He has 6. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Banked it in off the glass. Hartenstein's got 8.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
a fast break now for the Thunder. No luck on that one. Good D by Kessler. Jazz trail by 19. Markkanen with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's George. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds now. You know, from day one in the NBA, Keontae George had the ability to create his own shot like few others, Doris.
There are certain guys that are electric with their athleticism and the live body they bring to the game. Keontae George knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. So it's Utah now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. 3-on-3. Throws it up high, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I like that. Lou Dort knows I don't have an opportunity, but I can put a pass on time and on target and get my teammate involved. Nicely done.
A minute and a half left in the third quarter. Outside Sexton. Back to George. Pass to Collins. And here's George. Markkanen outside. Three-pointer. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Wallace's shot is good.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now here's Collins. No points so far, and the shot goes.
Yeah, John Collins, tremendous body control because the contact was there. He just doesn't allow it to bother him.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Sexton. Wallace's shot is good. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Collins outside. Markkanen outside. Back to George. Clock at 6. 14 feet away. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. 22 points for him. Up in time. No good. Would have counted had it gone. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Thunder. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. The Jazz shooting at about 44% so far. We've got Aaron Wiggins. Williams is out there with Kenrich Williams. Then it's Isaiah Joe. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Now this is Markkanen cleaning up on the offensive end. 7-footer, just so skilled. He can find different spots to be effective.
Mills against Gilgeous-Alexander. Joe up top. Shot is up. Utah grabs the miss. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. It's only the second game of 7 meetings on the road. Doris, when we talk about home court advantages, the Jazz have amongst the best.
They do, BA. You have to play at altitude. They're also a little bit isolated as well, so travel is hard. But let me tell you this, their fan base is loud, L-O-U-D.
And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Sinks it from distance.
Well, you see SGA and the strides he's making as a playmaker. This guy is so good, on point with his reads.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Back to Mills. Lets the three fly. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Williams. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Juzang. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And that one's good. Markkanen's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, given Markkanen is 7 feet tall, feeding him on the interior is probably a good decision. That's a nice touch by the big man.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Williams with the screen. And there's the lob. Pass to Sensabaugh. Oh, rejected by Wiggins. And they'll keep possession. And he gets the bucket. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
Now that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good. Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Fires from way outside. The rebound by Eubanks. Jazz trail by 21. Outside Mills. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shot clock at 6. Over Wiggins. Sensabaugh, no good. Thunder leading by 21. Williams into the lane.
Going on a night where he's been so smart handling the ball, that's his first big mistake.
Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers. They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Now here's Wallace, tightly guarded. Wiggins passes to Joe. Here's Williams. There's a screen. He takes it in. Yep, count it. And the Thunder lead by 21.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Now here's Wallace. He's guarded by Mills. Williams a screen on George. Joe. Count the basket.
The defense couldn't keep up with the play as he comes off the pick cleanly.
A different look here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Eubanks. And it's Colin Sexton in for Mills. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. From the high post. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Keontae George deciding, all right, you want to concede the mid-range, I will get to that spot.
Williams in the post. He's covered by Kessler. Stolen by Kessler. And here's George. Pass to Sensabaugh. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Sensabaugh's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Now here's Sexton. Williams grabs the board. Doris, this has been a good few years for teams from small markets, don't you think?
I certainly do, Brian. I mean, think about some of the most exciting players we have in the league. They're young, but they are captivating. Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City. Giannis has been in Milwaukee his entire career. The list goes on.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Wallace, the pass to Joe. From the high post. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now. Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Wallace. Drops in the layup for 2. Wallace has got 9 points now in the second half.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. All right, we present our New Balance player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'll tell you, some people can score and some people can scope. And unquestionably, he was able to scope tonight. Man, the defense had no chance. They couldn't contain him, and he took full advantage.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance.
Wow, the floater game working for Lou Dort.
Sexton against Mitchell, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Now here's George. Marketing outside. Pass to Sexton. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Topic. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And he drops him first.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. And Utah has possession. Here's George. And he gets it to go off the front iron. George has got 20 points.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Williams passes to Dort. Williams with the screen. And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Kessler.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Thunder.
Hey, if you get yourself to the line and cash in on those opportunities, you paint your opponent into a corner.
Yeah, they were so successful with that all night. Aggressive, fearless, whatever you want to call it, they really pushed the action and got rewarded.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Here's George. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Gets the 3 to fall.
Yeah, Keontae George, that's part of his arsenal, folks. This guy's such a well-rounded offensive player.
Mitchell misses. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dort outside. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Dort. From downtown, drains the triple.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's George. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. And for the NBA Cup tournament, they finished group play with a 3-1 record.
Yeah, they put some extra effort into these NBA Cup games, if you ask me. Now, proving they came to play this year.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And we present the player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.